Welcome back to the Masters of Recon podcast. Today on the podcast, we have round two with Dan Richichi from Rochester, New York. So if you didn't listen to the first recorded coaching session, go back and listen to that one first, and then come back and listen to this one. But
Yes.
thanks for joining us again, Dan. I'm excited to hear the updates and see how we can help move your business forward now. What's up?
Glad to be back. It's been a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I should have looked before. It's been about a month, right, Ryan? Right
yeah,
Yeah,
about?
month,
yeah.
month and a half, yeah.
A little over? Yeah.
Been a bit.
So we left off with the biggest thing is, to sum it up, if you don't want to go back and listen, or if you don't, then Dan has work. He's had multiple technicians before. Some have left. They've all left eventually at some point. But you have the work, but you don't have the people to do the work. That's been the main problem. So, did you solve that problem?
I did. Well, I have like twice now so
Yeah, there you
far.
go. Yeah, tell us the
Yeah.
story.
We had a gentleman, I think right after we spoke that I had hired, and he came in and I had him shadow for 2 days just to make sure. And he was a ball of fire, great worker and everything. I hired him after the second day, and he, did he work a week? I can't remember. What did I?
It wasn't long, right? It wasn't
Right.
this the guy
No.
you were telling us like his kid went to the hospital and then his car broke down
Yep.
or just a bunch of bullshit?
Yeah, just a lot of staying in touch with me. Like I can appreciate that,
Yeah.
but he's on like day four of being employed, and all of a sudden, like the whole life is like falling in my lap. Like, hey, I gotta go do this, or hey, my car broke down today. Okay, well, let me know how it's going, and let me know what's up. I didn't hear anything from him, so he had messaged me at 8:30, and I spoke with him in the morning. And by 11:30, I gave him a call. I'm like, "Hey, man, what's going on with the car?" "Oh, well, it's over at the shop getting fixed. Hopefully, I'll have it fixed tomorrow so I can come to work." My jaw just hit the floor.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
How old was
like
this cat?
42, I think.
Oh,
Holy
geez,
shit. I
dang.
was not expecting that. Dear
I was
God.
not, no.
Yeah. Um, I mean, he fit the personality criteria.
Mm,
He just what would we call it? Ethics or morals, like work
yeah.
ethic. Um, it was ridiculous because when he was here, he's ball of fire, but
He just couldn't get there.
he had to get here,
Have
right?
after you told him like, hey, this isn't gonna work, you don't show up or whatever, has he reached out to you or anything since then, or he just dropped off the
He
map?
has he has not.
Yeah. Damn,
Um,
that's crazy.
I mean, he was literally under the $600 where you have to
Yeah, where you don't even have to.
1099 them.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, I'll just write you a check. Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
Done.
Come back.
Done.
But well, it's not even like he got the car and he's like, hey, I'm going to get my car this morning. I'll be there at 9:30, which is a half hour after we start.
Yeah.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. Showed up at 10:30. And at that point, I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Your lifestyle, my business can't run around your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I even gave the guy a hug. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah.
not going to work out.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because he was upset. He's like ready to cry. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it is what it is. Like, I've been down this road. And like, this is why I have actually let some people go, is because they couldn't get the work. Like, and you're like day 3 and 4, we're having issues with it. And I'm like, I'm not going down that road. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I've been here,
Damn.
done that.
Yeah, and
Um,
I hired a guy, not the restore. I hired two people last week, but one of them, or no, one of them started October 20th. That's about 2 weeks ago. And he just had a
mhm.
baby. So he was transitioning from his last job to this job. And so like on day three, he texted me and said, hey, it was a really bad night. can I come in like an hour later? Like I didn't sleep at all. I'm like, okay, what are you supposed to do in that situation besides say like, okay, like we'll see how this goes, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And he did show up an hour later. He was texting me later in the day. I went out there. He stayed late that day to kind of like make up for a little bit, and haven't had that happen since. So I'm like,
Well, it
okay.
shows an
But
initiative, right?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like he's like there is real life and we are dealing with like real people. And so we
Hmm.
gotta have a little bit of leeway, but only to a certain point, you know. And honestly, like I feel like if I could have coached that guy and he said like, "Hey, like I don't have a car, I don't have a way to get there. Like, can I Uber in? Can you give me a ride home?" Like if
Yeah.
he was like trying to find ways
Yep.
to like, "Hey, I'll call my mom, but she didn't cut. Like, can you pick me up? I'll stay late." What like if he would have trying to actively find ways to make it happen, you would have taken
Absolutely.
that better. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Like he's what, 4 blocks from the shop? It's not
Wait,
like
wait,
he's,
wait, really?
yeah, like my fat butt could walk across and go to his street.
Dude,
And
that's so
probably
wild.
I'm
That's
like
crazy. That's
with
even worse.
Uber,
Yeah. See,
with
once you
Uber,
start getting the
Lyft,
full deal, that you can walk, dude. He's got a scooter, dude. You get a fucking
bro.
scooter.
Right.
We got those electric
Right.
That's
scooters
what I'm
all
saying.
over the place.
Get the lime, right? It's like
Yeah.
$6.
Go
Like,
steal some kid's bike,
yeah,
right?
right. Whatever
Like
you gotta do.
whatever you gotta do.
And
I
honestly, like if he would have done that, if he would someone would have Ubered over to the shop or whatever, and it cost him $10, I'd have paid it, and
I
you
would have
probably would
gave
have
him the
too.
money.
Yeah, you'd be like, here's ten
But
bucks. Like, yeah.
the initiation
But you're
wasn't
not gonna
there.
offer, hey, I'll pay for your Uber because
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
hey, I'll pay for you to get here or
Mm.
whatever, you know. Because I
Yeah, for
told him,
sure.
I'm like, let me know what you need. You need a ride or whatever, just let me know.
Dude, I
Never
didn't
heard
know
from
the
him.
4 blocks away thing. That's
Yeah, that
fucking
is, it's
crazy.
40 years
Yeah.
old and you live 4 blocks away, dude. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you can't
Yeah,
walk your
it's
ass over there. Wow.
not bad at all, you know.
Oh, what a
But
fun story. All right.
oh, it's a blast. Yeah.
Well, with all,
Hmm.
there's always a silver lining, right? So,
I didn't even mention like the day that he dropped his car off at the shop when it broke down. Um, at the end of the, hey, I've got it at the shop. By the way, when do we get paid?
Huh.
uh,
I'm like, I can't make this crap up. I'm
you're
like,
like,
what the
you
heck?
never.
Right. Like you'll never see the biweekly paycheck. I'm sorry. Like um
So for the people listening, like, man, it's gonna be a tough question, but is there a lesson in there? Is this something you can potentially see beforehand? Is there what can we learn from this? Cut ties quick. Like what's the lesson?
that is the one that I was going with. Like hire slow, fire fast. You know, I figured,
Yeah.
listen, we did a personality test, had him come in for an interview, had him come back for shadow day. I was pretty sure he was going to be solid, so, but I had him come back for shadow day number two to
Oh,
see if he'd
nice. Yeah.
show up for the abuse again, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then at the end of the day, I hired him. So I hired him
Yeah.
pretty slow, let's
Yeah.
say.
That's pretty slow for a
But
small business. Yeah. I would
yeah,
say. Yeah.
and then after, and I hired outside of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like I was going with the personality test
Hmm.
and, you know, trying. I mean, I feel bad for him. I know the guy needs to make money. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's like my business can't support that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
100%. 100%. For sure.
Like, that's
So
insane.
yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Well, it's a good story. So what happened? You did find somebody, but it wasn't that guy.
correct. So not too long after that, I've been trying to poach a couple guys um from another business here in the city, which they're not doing much with like their ceramic and PPF stuff. And they've been moonlighting, helping me out a little bit, because I've known them for so long. Well, one of them told me that another detailer that I'd known like when I started my business, um, I knew him from a shop I used to service,
Hmm.
and he was looking for a job because, believe it or not, the detail shop that he's working for probably won't make it through the winter. Um, yeah, and like there's multiple owners to it. It's kind of an ugly deal. Um, but he was all for it. He came right over, we started talking, I showed him what we did and stuff, and told him, like where I want to see the business go, what I can offer him, and also offer him growth inside the business as long as he helps it grow.
Mhm.
If you're just kind of kicked back doing a car a day, there's no position to grow into.
Right.
You're kind of your destiny, right? Like if you can get us so busy where I got to hire other people, you're going to be the guy that's going to be overseeing those other people.
Yeah.
Um, and you'll get paid for it. You'll get paid well for it. But
Yeah, that's the only way to sell it. Is that the same way you do it, Ryan, when you're hiring like the first like 1 to 5 people?
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean, I
you're
try
past
to.
that now, but
Yeah, I mean, we've run through so many cats, but
yeah.
it's more or less like I mean, you did it right. You give them everything that you have to offer right now, and it's kind of weird because it's hard for people to understand like when they apply for a job. In most cases, they're applying to a job that's like a company that's been there for a while, or they're established, and it's like got a
mhm,
lot more structure. So it's almost like you're convincing somebody to come work for you that is like going to be part of something that could be at that point big. And it's like we see it as business owners to understand like I wish somebody would have given us that opportunity when we were young, because
yeah,
we didn't, right? And it's
yeah,
like, how do you instill that in somebody now? And like to find a person that can understand, like, actually, you're offering them money, right? Obviously, people need to make money when they work, but like you're
mhm,
offering something way bigger than that. And it's a really hard sell, because most people are just like, I want the money now, and that's all they really care about. And they don't look
mhm,
at long term. It's almost like putting money into a 401k. You're just putting your
mhm,
time into a company that one day you could be part of something really big, right? And that can pay off in huge dividends. Like if your goal is to have a company that is a multi-million dollar business and you have multiple locations or whatever it may be, and that guy was your first RestorFX guy, right? Your main technician, and he stuck through all the hard times. Like,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? And that's just, it's really hard to sell that to people, but it seems easy to us as business owners because this is how we think, right?
Yeah, and I say you
Mhm,
gotta, I would say, I think some people don't, I don't think some people like the word sell because it's like, some people think it's like
Yeah,
manipulation a little bit, which there can
right.
be some of that, but I think you gotta sell it to them in the beginning, but then
mhm,
also hold up your end of the bargain, you know? And so,
exactly.
you know, I've touched about this along a lot of the business. My dad started the company in 1991, grew and crashed. Not never lost the business, but I had a bunch of employees, lost employees, had a bunch of employees, lost employees. And I saw that my
Mhm.
whole life, and I feel like there was a big part of it. May he rest in peace. I'm not trying to talk shit on him, but one of the things one of the things that I saw was that when he got big enough and he started making a lot of money off other people, which can happen, you get like six, five, 6 people, and you make a little bit off each person. You're like, this is good, right? It feels
Yeah.
good. He would play golf. He would do other things, and I feel like eventually, after a year or two, they would look up and be like, what is this guy doing for me? Like, why am I at this place? He sold me on this
Mhm.
thing or whatever, and they're like, I'm just gonna, I guess, just fix dents or just polish cars or just do this for the rest of my life. And I think you got to sell it,
Mhm.
but then I think even if you don't deliver it right away, you got to be actively trying to deliver it.
Mhm.
They got to be seeing that growth and the potential and the opportunities and stuff. And
And the
Ryan's
people you
doing that.
hire definitely have to be on that same page, because if they're constantly taking your time, asking you literally how to do the job. I understand you have to train them in their greenhorns and they got to get
Yeah.
to a certain point. But once they get there, the goal is like, you
Mhm.
should not be asking me how to do your job, right? You should
No.
be
Yep.
like, I say this to every single person that walks in here. And it's like the people who make the most amount of money in life are the ones that are able to solve problems. And that's
That's it,
whether
dude.
you're a business owner or you're an
Yeah.
employee. Like if
Yeah.
you can
You get
solve
things done,
problems,
right?
Yeah.
you're gonna free up the time for the person that you're working for to
Yeah.
do what they said they were gonna do, right? But if I'm
Exactly,
sitting here
dude.
doing
Yeah.
the job that I'm paying you to do,
Yeah.
then we're going backwards at that point. So
Yeah.
Yep.
like I always look at that, and I constantly try to tell the guys like, if you're asking me, I hate to call them stupid questions, but if it's a question that you can answer just by like putting a little brain time
Yeah.
into it,
Repetitive questions that are
Yeah.
that goes so far at me. And if somebody came to me, like one of my guys, and they were like, "Hey man, I tried this and this to solve this problem, and I still don't know," then I'm like,
that's
that's what,
cool.
right. Ask me those
Yep.
questions.
Yep.
Or ask the
Yeah.
person above you, and then that person will, it's like what's his name? Paul Whitehorn.
Yeah.
You know who that guy is, right?
Florida.
Yeah, I
Florida
talked to
Attorney.
him years ago it was like my first the mobile tech deal that I went to, and he was like trying to relate any type of business to the army. He was obviously in the
Yeah.
military, and it's like that's how you kind of have to run your company, to where it's really hard for us because we're technicians as well, and that's usually the first couple people that we hire. They're working on side of you, right? Like you're in the same environment, you're working with them, so it's so easy for them to just say, "Hey, man, ask a question," right? But like as you grow, there has to be structure, and it's like this is who you talk to. Not to say like you feel like an asshole being like, "Hey, dude, don't ask me questions. Like, don't even speak to me." But it's kind of like where you have to be if you're ever going to grow big, because those people just rob you of your time all day long. And it's like, look, go
Yeah.
ask the manager. The manager's going to answer that question. If he can't answer it, then that's when he calls me, right?
Yep.
And all of that stuff, it may seem corporate, and it may
Otherwise, why do you
seem
have the manager?
Yeah.
You
right,
know?
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
like
And
that's
again, you
growth.
got
And
like
it goes the same way if every time somebody comes to the manager with a question and then the manager's getting a hold of you, it's like now the manager's not doing their job.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
Because they shouldn't have to just be a receptionist. Like I'll
Right.
get a AI receptionist. Here, all the technicians just call into this receptionist, tell me what the
Yeah.
problem is, and I'll get back to you. You
I,
know?
and
Right.
I wanna slow, like, Ryan, how many employees do you have now?
5.
Okay. I have 8
God
now.
bless you.
I have 8
Oof.
now. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to caution, I would say,
Oh,
like, don't jump too far ahead of that, because the reason why growing a business is so hard is because when you hire the first person or the second person, you are still the manager. So,
Right, right,
oh
right.
yeah.
so don't, I just want to caution people on saying like, oh, I hire like 2 people and now I'm gonna make us tier, like me,
Yeah.
owner, manager, this person. Like it doesn't fully work that way. I think you got to get to like the 5, 6, 7, 8 range. And I what I tell my employees, and like in the nicest way possible, I actually say this to my kids too, but I always tell them like, I hired you to fill this position, and then I have other problems to solve, like you said, Ryan. I here, and I'll tell them like, here's what I'm trying to do now so that I can continue to grow a company. And so I got my own problems, and I don't have anyone to ask. Okay, so I got to figure them out myself. But I always say like, don't make your problems my problems. I tell this to
Right.
my kids. Like
Yeah.
they have a situation like, oh, I don't know how to do this math thing or whatever. I'm like, did you look in the book yet? Like, did you learn this in class? Whatever. I'm like, don't
Yep.
just immediately make your problems my problems, because I will solve them.
Right.
And the reason I solve them is because I already did that. That's why I hired you, because I
Yeah.
know how to do it. Okay. So I gave
Yeah.
it to you. And so that's like kind of my thing.
Do
But
what
like,
I
don't,
did back then. Go sit in the
yeah.
bathroom and cry with the water running until you
Figure,
figure it out.
figure it out.
Right? Right.
Right.
Yeah. Go sniff some RestorFX for a little bit.
Yeah. You
Um,
feel that I give you the answer easily, but
yeah.
I
Yes.
learned it with a bunch of tears and hard times, you know.
Correct. Yeah.
And even Colton, my new hire, I told him, I'm like, dude, this has been brutal.
Yeah.
Like I gotta say I'm at my wit's end, and if this doesn't stick, like
Mm. Yeah.
uh
Yeah. Yeah. Screw it.
like
Right. Yeah.
I've got a 5-year lease. This is my last year here. And it's like, all
Yeah.
right, well, am I gonna re-sign the lease?
Yeah.
I'm a
Let's
prima
let's
donna
let's
now.
let's fill let's fill yeah, let's fill the shop up
Yeah,
and talk then, right?
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and this is the hardest time to get things going. We're heading into winter in New
Mm.
York. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um, and
I
I've
heard
been
I
did
heard there's snow there. Just kidding.
sometimes.
It was 80
I'm
It's
all
degrees out here. So.
Let's just say
We're
I'm all for climate change. Uh,
For climate change.
um
Hey, dude, Bill Gates said well, we won't get political. It doesn't matter.
so what you were just saying is pretty I think that Corey, everybody can agree on it. We're all, I mean, every dent business out there or RestorFX business out there, besides companies like
The
the
Wiz.
Wizard, right? We all struggle, whether that's staying small or growing. And the major side of that is we all try, we're going from being dent technicians to practically learning how to be business owners. And we're making major mistakes all the time, like money losing mistakes all the time. And it's more or less like you have to make a decision. And I did it kind of half-assed, which was, when I opened up RestorFX, I went all out. I pretty much spent most of the money that I had because I was like, I'm either going to do this thing real big or I don't think I'm going to do it at all. So
mhm,
I thought that I was doing the right thing. I just didn't raise enough money. Um, Mainly with the partners that I had, like we brought in some people, made them partners, and like I have this vision all the time, no matter what I'm doing. Like right now, we're adding on a body shop, um, and I have this huge vision, even with the property and the buildings that we're at. I'm like, this is what I want. If I had it, it would make gobs of money. It would run by itself. All this stuff, like I would never have to be here, or I could be here when I want, enjoy doing what I like, which is being a technician, right? I hate being a business owner and like sitting behind a desk and doing those things. Um, for right now in my time, I enjoy being a technician. Now I know when I get older, I'm obviously want to get out of that stuff. But I talk to quite a few people now, and it's like, yeah, I think you really make a decision in business, and this is what's going to make or break you. You either stay
mhm,
small and have a couple technicians, and you make a good living if that's the lifestyle you want to live, and that's fine, right? Or if you want to build something to sell, to pass down to your kids, or to have financial freedom, it's like you have to do what all these other companies, these Fortune 500 companies are doing. You have to raise the money, whether you have the credit to be able to do that and borrow the money and just go big, dude. It's like we're talking about all these things that are wrong in our business, how to hire people, how to train people, how to get business in the front door. They have people that you pay to do all those things, whether that's like for us, for instance, for a manager for a body shop. Um, do I know how to paint cars and how to fix them? I know how to estimate them. But the key, I'm sitting here trying to learn how do these big body shops run, right? How do you manage them? How do they run efficiently? And I'm like, why not just get the money and hire somebody that works at one of those body shops now, right? Same thing with production painters. It's like I could hire a production painter that pumps out 600 hours every 2 weeks. All it takes is for me to get the money, right? So I don't know if that's like off topic, but it's kind of the way I've been looking at business now is like, what's the
mhm.
decision that we're trying to make here? Just for me, for instance. And it's like, that's kind of where we're looking at going is doing this thing
Yeah.
to where we're not taking like I mean, Corey, for you, it's like, I don't know if you want to push dents, or not, but it's like, I know what I do on a daily basis makes way more money than somebody who's trying to learn how to grow a business. I'd rather just push dents and pay a guy to do that.
So I'll take it. And this is all good discussion. And the reason we do these
Yeah.
coaching calls is because it brings stuff up like this. Obviously, we're highlighting the issues Dan's having. And Ryan and I have never tried to pretend that we don't have our own issues. So, um,
Right.
uh, you and I have always done it different, Ryan. Like since day one, we started this podcast.
Right.
It's been a couple years now.
Right.
We did Restore FX different. And I always think it's fun to see two different ways. I I think that someone should really figure out how to run a business. I feel like they should be in business for a while and learn how to solve problems and all that stuff before they get money.
Hmm.
That's my opinion. I
Yep.
know that you've taken
For
money,
sure.
and you're going to take more money possibly. I'm at a point in my business where I'm seriously considering borrowing a large sum of money to get a larger shop with a yard, add a paint booth, all that type of stuff, and hire the right people. And that's the runway that's needed is a amount of money I don't have. And so that's borrowing money, but you got to be able to solve problems. You got to be able to make shit happen. And I wouldn't do that right away. For the people that are listening that you're doing stuff by yourself, if you go find someone to give you $1 million, it doesn't mean that
Right. You're going to
that
be
it's going to solve your
successful.
problems. So,
Right.
yeah. So I'd caution on that. I'd love to see someone hire a few people first, learn how to be a manager, learn how to run a show, and then potentially take money. That's kind of the route I'm taking. I'm up to 8 people now, and I also have 6 contractors that I'm using at this time. So it's small business, but it's big for me, you know. And anyways, I've learned that I actually hate fixing dents. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, not hate. I don't hate fixing dents. I I haven't fixed dents in several weeks, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with that. I fixed dents. I've ended up fixing dents in my life out of convenience, because my dad did it, and that's how I could make the most money. And now that I've hired myself out of that position, I'm happy. I'm grateful for it. Um, so you and I would hire differently. You know, I'm looking for the technicians so I can run the show, but you need like the body shop manager so that you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or that type
Well,
of situation.
I
So
want all of them, to be
yeah,
honest.
you want the manager and the technician
But
also.
like the thing
Yeah.
talking about problem solving, it's like that's when we're hiring now, that's
Mhm.
more of what I'm looking for is one, I need you to show up, I need you to be here, and I need you to solve problems, right?
Mhm.
And if you can surround yourself with problem solvers, it'll speed things up, and that could go from small to big, right? Like if you got a guy that is you're hiring for RestorFX as a technician, if they're good at solving problems, it's going to take a lot of weight off of you because let them make the mistakes. If you're there to like help them not make them, because obviously mistakes cost money, it actually works out better when they get to make a mistake and fix it themselves because they
Oh
never
yeah,
forget
dude.
it. It costs
You
them
have
money as well, right? It costs you
yeah.
money in material, but it costs them money in their time. And that's
Yeah, but
how I was
material's
taught. I was
nothing
learned.
though. Material's
Right.
nothing compared to
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
having to
not just
hang out and watch
material.
them
It's
for a
like
month.
if you do
Well,
if a
right. The
car should
way,
take 24 hour delay, right? Delay
Yeah,
is what
delay.
costs
Yeah,
the
for sure.
money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Um, but that's how
Yeah.
I was taught how to be in business and like work was
Hmm.
if I didn't have somebody there to solve problems for me, I just had to
Yeah.
solve them in order for me to make money, and that's just kind of
Yeah.
how it works for me.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm looking for when we hire new people is like understand we're like business and working is just nothing but problems. We have to
yep.
solve them, and
Yeah.
hopefully at a certain point the business is running so well that the problems become less and less,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I love putting my hires in like uncomfortable positions.
Yeah.
And I think that's when they grow the most for sure. And so
Oh
like
yeah.
the Restore FX guy that I hired, it's been 2 weeks now. He's probably applied with my other guy's help to 6 cars, possibly, something like that. And me and my other guy, my main Restore FX guy, are going to see him this week. I told him today,
Nice.
I'm like, you're gonna apply to a
Well,
car. Just make sure you don't
yep.
have to be home early because
Hmm.
you know how to take the product off, and no one's gonna be there. So I'm not gonna be there. My other
Right.
guy's not gonna be there, and he's like, I can do it. I think I can do it. He's like, I might screw something up, but I know how to fix it, and I can do it. I'm like, all right, let me know how it goes. You
Hmm.
might be there till
Yeah.
midnight, but what happened to us a bunch of times, then I'll pay you for it. But
Right.
there's
Hmm.
when you can't turn around and be like, how do I fix this? Like all of a sudden you figure it out, or you
You
don't,
start
and
Right.
then
using to have your, yeah.
you know you learn a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
anyway,
I
all
think
the
that's,
tangents, love them, love them.
I think that's where a lot of us business owners who started our business
Mm,
differ from
yeah.
a lot of employees because we've done work where, hey, if I don't get this done, I don't pay the bills.
Right.
Like,
Hmm.
m-
Yeah.
I can't pay my mortgage, I can't pay for my car, I can't pay the rent for the building, you know. So,
Yeah.
my, pardon my French, but we make shit happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
If we're there until 3 o'clock grinding on some dent to make it look good so we can get paid for it, that's what we did. Um, just to pay the bills, you know, where some of these guys they just come out, well, I didn't get it done today, I'll come in tomorrow and finish it up. And it's not even
Mm,
like my dent tech gets paid per job, but
yeah.
it's not even that. It's like, okay, but we got 3 cars coming in tomorrow too. Like you
Mhm.
got to
Yeah.
keep
Yeah. Yeah.
pace,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Right.
know?
I tell
Exactly.
people get comfortable being uncomfortable, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All
It's
right.
just
So
kind
you
of like a
got a
double-edged
guy.
sword because you don't want to work that way, right? If you were gonna
Right.
go
You
work
don't want
somewhere and
what?
you were if you were applying for a job and the business owner was like, "Hey, man, I need you to be comfortable being uncomfortable," right?
Hmm.
I'm like, I kind of don't want to work in that environment, but that's just the truth, dude. That's everywhere you go,
In all honesty, it's what it is. If you're
right?
gonna thrive, you
Right.
know.
Well, if you're going to do a job that's not going to be replaced by a computer in 2 years, then you're going to have to do something that's hard. Like,
Yep.
how many
Yeah.
data entry jobs are left?
Hmm.
Fucking none. There's going to
Yep.
be like no burger flippers left either in 2 years. So like you got to
Yep.
figure out a skill.
I
You got to
think
get good at something. And if you're not, then it's going to be really hard to do anything in
Mhm.
life for sure. You
I
know,
think
Well,
I got a text today from I think it was from an AI telling me that pretty much AIs were taking jobs. I think it was something to do with like Amazon or something like that, but like Amazon drivers and delivery people. It was
yeah,
pretty
no
much like an
shit.
AI. It was pretty much an AI saying, "Hey, we're taking your jobs. So figure something else out." I was like, "Is this real?" I don't know
Yeah.
where it came from.
Well, I mean, yeah, to get on another tangent, but it's a good
Yeah.
conversation. Elon Musk releasing vehicles, they've driven 1 billion miles. The crash rate is significantly lower than humans. And that you can't even
hmm
factor in the fact that we drink and drive and all the other
Right.
things. So
right.
Right.
all that stuff's going to change for sure.
hmm
There's even some robots painting cars.
I was about to say that. That's
Um,
why I'm like more prone to getting into it now because I'm looking at paint booths outfitted with AI
mhm,
and they're painting
yeah,
cars for you. Could you imagine just having to load a paint booth with a car and it gets painted?
I can't imagine that. I
I
can imagine a
I'm
day
excited.
where you have a shop and there's one shop or three shops in all of the Sacramento area for like 3 or 4 million people, and the cars just drive to the shop themselves, right? You just summon it or send it over there, run it through the booth. There's still going to be a lot of things that need skill. So like painting seems very possible with AI and robots because it's such a fluid, repeatable motion. Piecing together a dent repair or things like that seems still maybe it's
No,
possible.
yeah, I don't think
Seems
so.
incredibly difficult. Body filler, maybe possible.
Eh,
Still seems difficult. I think assisted help, like something like that
Now,
where
hmm
if we
you're
can get a
using.
robot to apply RestorFX would
That's
be
what I'm saying. And
fucking
but you're controlling that type of thing. So you can picture this world where the cars go to the shop, it gets prepped, it gets sent through a paint booth, it gets
hmm
automatically invoiced and sent back to their customer that's at work somewhere else, at home probably.
hmm
But that's not that crazy. It's not that
yeah.
crazy. And I talk to my people about this, like, I know the world's coming and I'm gonna do what I can to have my business fit inside that world. You
hmm
can be mad about it or like run away from it, but and it's not slowing down. So
All right.
there'll be less repair shops. I heard Caliber Collision closed 5 repair shops in California the other day for the first time.
Wow.
Well,
I have
claims
not,
claims are down 30% around the
yeah,
entire US.
for sure.
The
Yeah.
government shutdown's killing a lot of stuff.
Well,
Sure.
that plus I just got my wife a
It's
new car
killing
and
me.
it, yeah. Is
You
it?
know? Oh,
It,
yeah,
yeah.
it just seems like when we have all this going on, people are so in tuned with the freaking news and stuff like
Oh
that.
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah, that's
they
true.
don't want to make decisions, you know? And
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, none of that is going to change tomorrow for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Unless you're working for somewhere where you're not getting a paycheck. Um, Most of the time, if you're here getting your dent fixed, you're not collecting SNAP.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
you
Most
know
of
what
the
I
time.
mean? Like
Yep.
same with like with voting, like with presidential voting and stuff like that. It just kind of people just they don't know what to do. They just go
Yeah.
hide in their house, you know.
Mhm.
Um, we've had a bunch of hits this year with whether it's school starting, Thanksgiving's around the corner. the government shut down, like that crap really affects people, especially since COVID. Like, and they don't know what to do with it. And it's like,
Right.
well, if you want it done, get it done. Like tomorrow's not the end of the world, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, we just sit here and wait for them to feel better once things
Right.
start rolling again, and then we get busy again, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, even with me, like you guys were talking about management and stuff like that, I try to hire at a higher level because I know that those are going to be the people that are going to take care of the next employees that are coming in.
Yep.
I don't want to hire lower, I don't want to say like peasants or whatever, but I would
Yeah,
rather
the
have somebody
grunt
that can,
workers.
yeah. I'd rather hire knuckle draggers after I have the hierarchy established, because
Sure.
I feel that it's going to run. But the hard part is keeping that money coming in to pay all the hierarchy. Well, we're the ones that have to do everything, right? Um, like I've got Josh up front here. He makes really good money.
Mm,
Um, and he's supposed to be the I walk out the door, he knows all the answers.
yeah,
Um, I just need someone here producing work that can ask him the questions that they need to ask him. You
for sure.
know, like because
So anyway, so yeah, I want to move on to the. I know we went on super tons of tangents, and I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that people are listening and are like getting stuff out of it, and I think they are. But so you got a new guy, solved that
yes,
problem.
yep,
He's got some hands
doing
on Restore
well.
FX. That's good.
Yep.
Um,
And he's a what, 13-year detailer,
yeah,
and he
he
thinks
knows paint and clean.
He knows RestorFX is friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
He comes from a shop of like 15 step paint corrections,
Mhm.
and he just thinks this is excellent.
I think
So
it's good to have both skills, honestly. If you can do restore effects and traditional paint correction, more power to you. There's a
oh
lot of
yeah,
problems can be solved with that. Um,
yep,
Sometimes it's not worth restore effects and certain stuff. Um, okay, so what's
yep,
next then? Now you just gotta keep this guy busy. So you got
yep,
the front, you got the manager for the front, you got the PDR guy,
yes,
you got the restore effects guy. Three
correct,
people.
yep.
So what does your day-to-day look like now?
Well, my day to day is getting cars in here for RestorFX.
Yeah.
Now,
Hmm.
I'm back out walking the lots with BMW and Mercedes. I actually had a conversation with the Mercedes used car manager that he- he's used me like when he went to Subaru and now he's back at Mercedes again about somebody else that he knows that is going to another dealer group that he wants to get me in front of to possibly do some things for them.
Hmm.
Because the old inventory control manager is over there as well that I used to deal with. Um, and like when I was pitching, I hate pitching, but Restore Effects, I went into this dealer group and they're like, listen, if we don't own it, we don't use it. It's like, okay, well, good luck.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Um, but there may be a possibility that I can get into this dealer group. Um, Once I want to go out and I want to hit some other dealers that I had already talked to before, give them the, hey, I know we've been in here before. You're ready for that demo? You know,
Yep.
listen, if you don't think it's 100% improvement, you don't have to pay for it. Like maybe hard sell that. I really hate that one though. Because they could just be idiots. Um,
Yeah, or
my
just
my
taking advantage of someone.
right. My goal is not to tell me how you guys feel on this because I've been doing a lot with the digital marketing. I've had that rolling since SEMA last year. Um, not really take it's great. It's public awareness for me and everything like that. We are getting some people coming in. The hard part is getting the people to get it done. Like right
Hmm.
now, everybody's like, oh, well, I'll get with you in the spring.
Hmm.
Um, so like just today I had someone on one of our things. I was like, he's like, oh, I'll get with you in the spring. I'm like, listen, if you want to get it done this month, I'll actually give you a 5-year ceramic coating for $300, which is under half the price of, you know,
Yeah.
which is normally the value of 740. Because realistically, how much do we have in product? And then all we're doing is installing over RestorFX, just to kind
Oh,
of
I'm
add
all about that,
add
dude.
to it.
I have no shame in telling somebody like I just did it earlier today. Like, look, I got a free spot tomorrow because I had someone
Hmm.
reschedule or whatever. So if you want it, the price went down.
Yep.
Like, it's your lucky day. Because if you ask me next week, I
Yep.
already got six appointments, so it's not going to work. But today's
Yep.
15% off if you want to do it tomorrow.
Yep.
Meet someone where they're at. Total. I have no shame about that, especially keeping the guys busy because that becomes your number one priority. Is one, you need to bring the revenue in, even if it's a little
Yes.
bit less revenue. Two, you got to keep your guys busy and learning and showing up every day to have something to do, not sit on their ass. So
Well, that's a fine line as well. Like, okay, well, I'm getting X for this unit,
yeah.
but I'm only getting a unit a week. All
Mhm.
right, so what do we got to do to get 3 units a week?
Yes, right, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
if I take $100 off of each, I hate bucks,
Mhm.
$100 off each unit,
Yeah.
can you guarantee me 3 units a week?
Yeah.
Because at the
Yeah.
end of the week, you save $300. You
Yeah.
basically save half a car.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
My best dealer that gives
I would
us
rather add to it,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
For a retail environment, for sure. For sure. But for a dealership environment, I think my best dealership group that gives us like 15 cars a month, something like that, on average,
mhm.
maybe 20, they're at 450 a month. Sorry,
That's
450 a car, not per month. 450 a
450
car.
a car.
Yeah. So
I was like, is there a comma in there with some zeros at the
Yeah,
end of
sorry.
it?
Yeah, 450 a car. Yeah. So, and that's cheap. I think that's cheap. Maybe not for some other areas or whatever, but I think it's
That's
cheap because we're 500 to 600 bucks for cars. So,
yes,
um,
for wholesale
for wholesale, five
normally.
to 600 for wholesale. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes,
Small, medium,
and
large,
that's what I meant.
basically. Yeah. Small,
Yep.
medium, large. Yeah. But
So and
they just get flat rate. You want to do RestorFX, 450 bucks. Sometimes I do Tundras and it sucks. Sometimes I get Corollas and I don't do the hood and the trunk and it's easy, or the roof and the trunk because they're not bad.
yeah,
So,
right.
balances out. But
So with that, when you're working with the dealership, I don't know if this is part of our conversation or not. We can do it off the air if
there's
it
no,
isn't.
there's no, there's no,
No boundaries.
and there's no schedule
Yeah.
or yeah.
So say you're given a price point, like this is where I went wrong with dent repair as well, right?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm going to do this for this price. Oh, I want this one. I want that one. At that price that you're giving them, if there's damage on that vehicle, is that vehicle coming to your shop?
What do you mean?
You, kn- you know what I mean? Like if I show up to a dealership,
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm going to do dent repair for you.
yeah,
Every car I do is going to be $100.
yeah,
But every car with a flicker, a ding, or anything under two
yeah,
inches, I'm
yeah,
fixing, no question,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Anything 2 inches or bigger, I'm doing this
Yeah,
because I really find that those terms need to be set because otherwise it's, well, no, we're not going to do that one. Because I used to do like panel pricing.
yeah, yeah. They're like,
We're
yeah.
not going to do that one. We're not going to do
Hmm.
that one. But hey, this 6 inch one, we'll take that for $100.
Yeah, for
You
sure,
know, it's
for
like
sure.
that's not how this works.
Yeah, yeah. For dents is different than RestorFX, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
RestorFX is a lot easier because, sometimes we get worse, sometimes they're not as bad, but you're still sanding. I mean, but for dents, yeah, for dents, I have a form that I print out. It's not necessarily a contract, it's just a form. So it's like we are both on the same page, that I have specifically written out. Um,
Hmm.
and it spells out exactly what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. And my goal with the form that I tell them, my whole goal with the form is that you and I both agree to follow the parameters on the form, and then you trust me enough to have me come walk your lot, and then I trust you enough to let me show up every week and take care of you. Like this is my lot now. Like I'm going to make sure the dents are good
Right.
on this lot, and
Yep.
anything 3 inches and under, I'll fix for this price. If it's bigger, I
Hmm.
will fix it. And I will put a photo in the invoice so you know that I fixed a bigger
Correct.
day. So I like to have agreements, but I'll sit down with them. This is newer, like the last couple of years, but I try to be way more professional with it. It's like a sit down conversation.
Mhm.
We go over the thing. I have a
Yeah.
spot at the bottom. I sign, they sign, we shake hands. Whenever
Yep.
there's a problem, come to me. I'll solve the problem, and vice versa. And so
Yep.
I try to be very specific about that. And I've done that with RestorFX as well. The only outside parameter I would say with RestorFX is that if there's severely oxidized panels, that's the only reason I'd want to charge more.
Right.
And I won't warranty it. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that's what I would say. But I think having those conversations, and I think a lot of new businesses or people that are like really trying to get work shy away from having those conversations because they don't want it to be a turnoff and have be like, yeah, this is too.
Mhm.
I'll just get the other guy that just says, "I'll come fix shit," whatever, you know.
Mhm.
But I've always played the role of trying to be more professional in that situation to help set myself
Yep.
apart from the lot lizards or whatever you want to call the people that just are kind of showing
Yeah.
up and fixing five cars,
Yep.
you know. And I
W
hate
Wipe.
wasting time getting approval from managers.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
Like I just walked a lot.
yeah,
I found 10 cars
yeah.
with a variety of damage on it,
Yeah.
and you're gonna give me 3.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
No.
Yeah. Makes no
Like
sense.
we're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. It makes no
Like
sense. Yeah.
that's why I went to a brick and
Yeah.
mortar. I was like, no, I'm done.
That's a per car. That's a I quote per car now, not
Yeah.
bulk pricing.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say I love free demos. Um, Free demos have to be played correctly. Ryan, you probably have advice on this too, but the right people have to see it beforehand. The right
Mhm.
people have to see it afterwards.
Yep.
In the correct lighting, which might be difficult in November in New York. I understand. I hit the dealerships really, really hard in the summer for the free demos
Mhm.
for myself, and you couldn't because you didn't have RestorFX guy. But this year I like did
Right.
a lot of free demos, a lot of extra work, all that stuff. Because delivering a black car in the sunshine after it looked like shit is there's nothing
Oh
better,
yeah.
nothing better.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
I mean, but so that's my goal with Mercedes
yeah,
is to set like some sort of precedent. Listen, I'll take my
mm,
pricing to this for
mm,
you, but this is what I need from you.
yeah,
Like I need throughput for Restore Effects if we're
yeah,
going to do this pricing.
yeah. And I think
And
to get started, you need a dealership or two like that you can your new guy can show up every day and know there's at least a car there for him to do.
mhm,
It'd be nice to
for
get him to
sure.
two cars to do someday, but
Mhm.
um, you got to be able to like not have something on the schedule and then go there and they'll find something for you. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yep.
Super important to start. You agree with that, Ryan?
That's what I'm trying to do is like I'll find one, he'll be working on it, and then I'm at the dealership looking for something for the next day.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
or I'm on the phone trying to get someone in here.
Yeah,
Um,
no doubt. What you got on that,
I
Ryan?
Um,
Tips for the bad weather account selling.
yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. I don't do business with those guys. No.
With what guys?
You talking about bad weather as far as like
Yeah,
y'all have
no,
bad
no, like,
weather?
no, like, no. Like, Dan needs work, and
He's
he's going out to sell, but it's
Well,
the weather's not great.
I've got a great,
and you've done demos, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Well,
I
like
do.
BMW and Mercedes we're doing, and the guys love it. Like they already know that
What's
it's
your
great.
relationship like with those guys? Like personally?
With the Mercedes guy, pretty good. Like
Really?
I asked him, I'm like, hey, why don't we go to lunch someday or go to dinner some night or something and talk about this to see how I can help you better
yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Hmm.
gonna say.
and you can help me. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that wants to introduce me to another dealer group.
Yeah.
Uh, um,
It's
because
dude, it's so crazy. Like you go in there and you're trying to sell to a salesman. It's like
Hmm.
oh
it's
yeah.
literally the hardest sell you'll ever. If you could turn that no into a yes, dude, you're great.
Mhm.
Yes, do we have some dealerships that strictly do business with us? We don't really talk with them much as far as have a relationship because they understand the product. They use us as a tool.
Mhm.
And those guys grasp that pretty quickly. We have a lot of old school people. Lafayette, Louisiana, just in general, is pretty old school. And it's like, uh, dude, these guys, if you know, when you go to a dealership and they're like, oh man, we're losing money on the car, we all know it's a big lie, dude.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like I've had friends of mine that are managers. They're like, dude, that money that we spend on you know recon in general, it does not
Yep.
hurt us at all, right? So the ones that understand it, if you're not going to have a good relationship with the manager to where the relationship's like, hey, dude, just come walk the lot. I trust you. All those good things. We'll give you some cars. The sell is more or less being like teaching them how to use you as a tool. Because dude, I'll fight tooth and nail. Like, there's only two reconditioning services for a dealership that actually make them money, and that's Dents and RestorFX. The guys over there freaking doing wheels and doing touch-up work. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't need to be done, but when it comes down to making more money on the sale,
they just get less bitching on this car sales. That's it.
Right.
right, and that's what I'm getting at. It's just
Yeah.
the sales part of it and me talking like that. But
Well, and like my rebuttal with like what you said, oh, we're upside down on this car. Well, good. For $600, you might be able to pull yourself out of the hole.
Yeah.
You know what I
we've
mean?
talked
You're gonna
about
pay
some
me
of this
6
stuff.
and you're gonna make 2, you know.
We've talked about this, but Ryan K is always the best guy to talk to because he's coming from that manager. The guy was a manager, so he understands it better than anybody else. And to get these guys to understand, we're not there to aggravate you. We're asking for like 1% of your inventory, which is absolutely nothing. But the ones that get it, they use this a lot more, and they're like, in all different avenues. They're sending cars to the auction and they're getting RestorFX first. They're getting their guys. The best people too also is the sales, getting the sales consultants to get on your side. And it's like when they're going to the manager saying, hey, I'm trying to sell this car, customers complaining about it looking like crap, let's send it over to RestorFX. The more often that stuff happens, you just become part of their daily life.
Yeah.
And it's like, same thing with the dent guy. It's like they all know, hey, dude, car's got a dent in it. Customer said something about it. They're on the fence. They know who to call, right? You're the first person that they call. So it is literally just repetition at that point until you bang them in. I've also done some stuff where if they complain like, hey, man, that car is like 200 days old or whatever the amount of days old the car is. I'm like that. Well, that's why it's not selling. So we've done this in the beginning to get our foot in the door with some people. But I'm like, look, I'll do the RestorFX on it and I won't bill you unless you sell it. So the day you sell it, I'll bill it. And then that way you kind of understand it. And it worked in the beginning for some of the dealerships until I just got tired of trying to keep up with, like, I'm always going over there asking if the car's sold or whatever. And they just kind of let us start walking a lot more often and giving us work. But my big key is the relationship that we have with those guys. Corey, you can understand this because you're doing a lot more for the dealerships now, but like going back to problem solving, you be the guy that solves all the problems for the dealership. It does suck. It's if you want to be in the dealership realm, that's kind of like, that's the people they remember the most. It's like they hate having to call a touch-up guy and a dent guy and a wheel guy. It's kind of like, hey, dude, we got this wrong with the car, and you kind of take care of that stuff for them as much as you can.
And that's the cool thing, Dan.
Maybe it'll lead into what Corey did, right? I mean,
it's a cool thing, Dan, because like the way we started with the PDR stuff too. You do touch-up too, right? I think also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, between PDR, touch-up, RestorFX, some headlights, you can replace a part if you have to or whatever. Like, just give me your stuff, dude. Like,
and
we'll
find
a
wheel guy. If you have somebody mobile in Canada that does wheels, like we have a chick that comes here and she does the same dealerships, but when the car is here, and we're doing it all at once, it's just an extra upsell for us. She gives us a little discount. We charge the dealership for it. And then they get the car back and they're like, damn, you got all that stuff done. And then it could open up more doors for you, just like it did Corey.
Yeah. I don't know if Dan
definitely
knows about that, but we'll talk about it after for a few minutes.
Definitely does, like, because Justin will always introduce me to people down there in the sales hut or whatever. He's like, oh, Dan's the dent guy. He does RestorFX too. Cars look amazing. I go, I just make problems go away. That's what I do.
Man.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's all.
If you have a problem, that's what I fix. Right.
Yeah.
Like I've got an E-Class right here now. It's like a brownish color, and it's got a scratch on top of the quarter. If I actually can, I'm going to do the brush touch first. If I can get it to look good and flatten it out, we get to RestorFX the whole car. If not, he's got to send it. he's got to send it to the body shop.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? So,
I found something. I'm gonna throw this out there before you move on. This is pretty fucking wild, especially if you're doing touch up. It's called Polad. The name of the company is COLAD. They should be paying us for this because I'm sure I'm buying the piss out of it. But it's a UV clear coat that's in like a small bottle. So like if you're doing touch up and you
yeah.
want like the best looking touch up that you can do, you put your color on and then you fill in whatever the chip or the scratch with this stuff. You hit it with a UV light, it cures instantly, and then you can
Hmm.
sand the dog piss out of this stuff and polish it.
Really?
Dude, it's like almost gone. It's like literally the fastest, best touch-up job you could possibly do. I'm not saying do a rock chip hood with it. I'm talking like a brand new
Right.
car with like a little blemish or something that they're trying to save from painting the whole panel. Dude, this stuff is like crazy, crazy, crazy.
Huh. Yeah, because I've been using like the 20-minute clear.
Yeah, it's like that's why I hate touch-up because it takes so long. I'm like sitting there watching paint dry sucks. That's why we're getting a heated booth and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
but this just knocks all that stuff out, dude. It's crazy. We're going into
yeah.
the UV game pretty big.
And it doesn't
for the
it
body
doesn't
shop.
roll on you.
No, dude, it's cured 100%.
That's cool.
And it doesn't shrink. It doesn't do anything. Like once it's cured, it's cured. It's not reversible. It won't shrink. It won't do anything. So when you sand it, it's gonna be good to go.
Because I saw they have UV filler.
Yeah. So
as
we're doing
well.
all that. We're doing UV
Yeah.
filler, primer, clear coat, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
wanted to talk to somebody that we talked to last year down to MTE about like their blow-ins and stuff and see if they like for a scratch like that, like if they have any information on using like an airbrush or something. Holy freaking thunderstorm here. I'm telling you,
Uh,
global warning.
Daniel Grom does. I thought I said that before, but he does some spray and stuff and supposed to be pretty dang good at it. You can always reach out to him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I gotta get that UV clear. That sounds. We use
Dude,
the quick clear from Carvello.
yeah.
It's working pretty good.
The 4-to-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works really good. I'm really a
Yeah.
fan with that. And
The
RestorFX
body
sells it
filler,
now. It's great.
dude. The body filler you could get like the cream or the actual like heavy build body filler, and it cures in like as soon as you put the light on it, you can sand
it's
it. It's crazy.
it's crazy.
That's
It's-
from them
it's-
too. TSR.
Yeah, Colad sells all of it.
All right.
Is
So
it
what's
on
the goal?
Amazon?
What's the goal, Dan? Yeah, it might be. What's the goal between now and our next between your thunderstorms and your snow between now and
Yeah.
December? What's the
Maybe
plan?
we get some hail.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Then screw RestorFX until we're done with the hailstorm.
Spoken like a true Dan guy.
Look at Ryan laughing.
Your RestorFX guy's gonna. Hey, do you know how to take headliners down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
The
that's
problem
why I
is
love this guy.
they catch that R&I money, dude, and it ruins them.
That'll be
Oh
all right.
yeah, yeah. I know you just keep them per hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. I'll buy you lunch,
Then
pizza
he can
party.
do.
Yeah.
Then he can do 30. Then you can
Yeah.
do 30.
Well, just like everybody else that you hire. Oh, I really like doing. I'd like to learn how to do paintless dent repair.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, join the
Yeah.
club, brother.
Yeah, that's great. Everybody
Yeah.
does, but guess what? This is what I'm trying to get going right now. We get
Dude, but I
5
feel
people
like
doing this.
again,
I'll teach you how to do
yeah,
that.
sell people down the road too, because like I think it's pretty fascinating to be a PDR company that's growing and now basically my company offers all services essentially, except for
Mhm.
interior repair. But
Mhm.
and
You're doing foam?
but what's that? No,
You're
all
doing
all
PP?
reconditioning services.
Oh,
Not
okay.
not
Yeah.
not necessarily all protection services, but
Sure.
and so now but you're getting hired by a PDR company. So all the people like you've been around body shops forever, like, oh, I like that. And it's like, hey, there's a potential for you to learn it down the road. Like I'm not opposed to
Yeah.
it, but
Right.
but it's a cool, unique thing. So what's the goal?
Yeah.
How many what's the goal? Get a car a day, every day, Monday through Friday?
Yeah. Throughput. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't see the taillights, you don't get paid. So,
Yeah, make it happen.
right.
Looking forward to seeing it happen.
So I'm definitely working with them a lot more, trying to get more cars, and that's what I like doing. Like I like going to the dealership and talking to the guys, the salesmen, see, hey, how you doing? You know, like I've had salesmen call me directly and be like, hey, is this something you can fix? Yeah, we can
Mm,
fix that. So then he goes to the used car manager. You know what I mean? So that's like
yeah.
the relationship that I built with these guys. Now, if I feel that I'm comfortable with Colton, yeah, I want more cars in here for sure, and I'll go get them. That's what I told him. I go, once I see that you're going to stay and you can do this, we're
Yeah.
getting more cars. So, um, we need more cars in here, and that's what I'm going to get. You
And
know,
that's your job. So that's awesome. Looking
that's
forward to
my
it.
job.
There you
And
go.
without coding cars, I can have that
You
job.
can do that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Go out all
Right.
day, come back at the end of the day after he preps it, help him apply to
And
it.
I even come back with dents. You know what I mean? Because I'm out
Yeah.
there. Hey, what about this? Can you fix it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Fix
know,
anything, brother.
getting more dent work. Like
Uh,
I've thought about like going out and just being mobile for like these two dealerships for like their drive-throughs.
no, fuck that.
I'm a
They got
prima
some
donna.
people that do it pretty successfully where they give them a specific day. But
Yeah.
it's like, man, these
You just
people are
got to get your
so
guys to do it though, not you.
You
right,
never
right,
know what
right.
you're walking into,
Yeah.
you know.
No, no.
Um, where like at BMW, I got a writer who he'll just send me pictures. Hey, what do you think of this? You
Yeah,
know,
let's do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because then it's retail and then they mark it up.
Yeah.
Like I'm good with that.
The key is
Um,
trying to get them to sell RestorFX for you because I mean, every car that comes through the
yeah,
service center is a candidate for that
Pretty
stuff.
much. Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh,
Especially after they run it through the Butler 2000 after they served it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Every time
Serviced it. Yeah.
covered in dirt.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. From the snow, salt, and all that shit.
Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta
That's the
love.
that's what you got to play up. That's the good part about it, you know. And honestly, the Restore FX clear coat's going to hold up so much better to brushing snow off a car than the
Oh yeah.
10-year-old clear coat that's already on the thing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
And if the ice isn't coming off, hit it with your snow brush because we can fix that too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, man. I'm
um,
looking forward. What else you got?
yeah. I wanted to ask Ryan, what were you putting in your car wash aftercare kits? Like
It
you
was
had
a
a
bait.
bag.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the basic stuff. So, one, a nice drying towel.
Yep.
And then it was the pink, that, what is that? The, preserve, the spray, that purple
The
spray.
ceramic spray,
Yeah.
like a mist and shine
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some tire, like the regular tire shine.
Yep. Like an
The,
applicator and a microfiber or something. And
Yeah, I mean, I would normally just give them the microfibers, and then like we're talking about doing something where we put like a little Ziploc bag, like a nice one, with the logos on it, where it's got like a little
Mhm.
thing to be able to put the tire shine on, stuff like that.
Yep.
Um, some detailing brushes because they're super cheap, and like I mean, usually you vacuum your car out and you got like dust and stuff in the air AC
Yeah.
vents and crap like that. Like that gets used a pretty good bit.
Get them some of
Um,
that slime.
yeah,
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 yeah, the little thing they
any of that
roll around.
shit. So
Remember
brushes
when
are
we used to
great.
play with that crap?
Yeah, now it's used for the car industry. It's
Cleaning a
great.
car, right?
Yeah. We
Corey's too
kind of
young
like
for that.
that's just like the basic stuff that we put in there for them. And then like the regular cleaner, there's like it's almost like a degreaser, but it's like you could clean anything with it. That way they can wipe interior, exterior, like anything they want with it.
Okay.
Always works
Yeah,
out.
because I know we got like the interior maintain
Yeah, I got
cleaner that has a citrusy color or a citrusy
yeah,
smell.
they're supposed to send me some bugs. Like the big thing for me was like the bug spray, to be able to
Especially
walk
down
of,
there.
yeah, you hop out and you spray the front of your car before you get into the car wash, and then that'll definitely help loosen up those bugs.
Mm,
Because
Yeah.
that's like the killer for your clear coat, especially
Do
for
you
love
have
bug
the
season.
I was gonna say you got the
Yeah,
love bugs down there?
yeah, dude, it's bad.
That's not
The
the Beatles, Corey.
mayflies get real bad too at night. So
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff.
this is why people live in
Okay.
California. Jeez
Yeah,
Louise,
y'all
guys.
don't even have insects. You got good
God, there's some flies
weather.
though. Got some
Uh,
flies and stuff. Some
yeah,
mosquitoes.
yeah,
I might as well move out there. Are you hiring?
yeah,
Same
dude.
tax, same taxes.
Maybe.
I mean, what the
Maybe.
heck?
Yeah, I know, dude.
You're
You just got snow and taxes. That's crazy, dude.
Snow and
y'all's
taxes.
mosquitoes out there are just like the people. Y'all are scared to
Uh-huh.
get to bite anything. You know, you're just like, oh, no.
All I know is it was 80 degrees today. Okay, so
Yeah. Well, it was
Oh,
68
gee.
all day here.
Did you have your jacket on?
no, I wore short sleeve and shorts.
Heck
I
yeah.
did start
That's
with
what
a
I'm talking
sweatshirt
about.
though.
Did you?
Yeah, never know.
That's like Bryce. Oh, it was cold. Oh yeah, what was the temperature? Oh, it was
Yeah,
60. I'm like, get
62.
the hell out
Yeah,
of here.
yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what it's doing outside right now because we've been down to the 40s already.
That's
Yeah, it's
good.
45, feels like 40, and we got a
Mm,
thunderstorm.
lovely.
So
Should be fun to walk
yeah.
those lots tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I actually took a car back Saturday because I did an X5 and I was
Yeah,
like, I don't want to drive it back and
I
have
don't
it
want to deliver it
trashed.
in the rain. Yeah,
And the sales manager's always like, well, I really want it on the lot for the weekend.
yeah. Always,
I'm like,
always.
yeah. Um,
They're
it was
always
still
going to
there
sell
this
that
morning.
car. They're always going
Yeah.
to sell that car.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
try to appease him. He's a different character. But he's been decent to me.
Yeah,
Um, so I just took it back Saturday morning. Um,
nice.
and
All right. Well, I'm looking forward
sent
to
it
hearing
up.
about it, hearing about your one car a day throughput, and
Yeah.
then we'll move on to the next stuff. But like you're on the right track. Got the guy, get the work, go from
Hmm.
there.
Sounds
Yep.
good.
Anything else you got, Ryan? That's all I got for
I'm
now.
good. I'm good.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming on, Dan. Looking forward to give us updates too.
Yep.
Thanks, Corey. Always a
All
good
right.
All
time.
right, buddy.
Yes, we'll talk in a few weeks.
All right. Take care.
See ya.